Hey everybody, welcome into Kayak Bass Adventures. I'm your host, Alan Slottick, and hey, today we're out here at the last stop of the Capital City Kayak Trail, which is Lake Ray Hubbard here in Rockwall. But you know what? If you can't win tournaments or finish high, what you can do though is interview the people that can. That's why I'm joined right now by my good friend and teammate, and also like kayak champion, Bassmaster Elite of the world, Rob Milam. Rob, how was that intro?
That was awesome.
Now, hey, for those of you guys that didn't follow it on social media, the Beavers Bend Classic was held in Broken Bow, Oklahoma last weekend, and Rob took home what I believe to be one of the largest purses in kayak bass fishing history. Rob, how'd it feel to win that money?
It was awesome. It was a tight race. Me and Matthew Scotch were battling out head to head, and it came down to the wire. It's just a matter of it was actually under an inch.
Excellent. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but I owe everything that I've got to Robbie, because Robbie got me started in this whole deal, and been fortunate enough to work with him and Hobie Cat. And, you know, Rob puts a lot of time out on the water, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is when you want to compete at this level and you want to win at this level, you've got to put a lot of time in. Rob, tell me a little bit about your preparation for the Classic.
I went out there about 2 weeks ahead of time, fished one day, and then I went back that next weekend to see if the fish were still in the same spot and on the same pattern. When I went out there the second day, they were exactly where they were. I was pretty confident going into it. And then it was the day of the tournament. There's two fronts that came in, and the fishing got slow.
Right. What happened to the water temperature?
It dropped about 10 degrees.
Right. And so all the pre-fishing that Rob did and all the preparation kind of had to go on the fly because, man, you had to figure out a pattern real quick. What'd you finally catch them on?
Well, I ended up catching them on the same things that I caught them on in practice. And what I was using was a biffle bug with a 1 ounce head. It's a brand new head that they just came out with. I caught my first 3 on that. And then it was about 12 o'clock and I started to panic because I only had 3 in the boat. When I did that, I knew the fish were there. They were just being finicky and they weren't biting a fast moving bait how I was fishing this. What I was doing, I was throwing it out there and I was fishing this like a crankbait.
Right.
And I was reeling it in and I was tipping those rocks. So sort of like what you want to do with a crankbait. You want to hit those rocks with the crankbait. That's what I was doing with this. And those fish would react and they would smash it.
Right.
Whenever that bite died, what I did is I tied on a drop shot. And this is actually the exact color and everything. I wish I could tell you the color. It's a little green and it got brown on the bottom. And this is the exact setup I actually used. On my second cast, I threw it out there, and I think I caught my second biggest fish. So that told me, hey, I need to slow down, finesse it a little bit. Went to another point that I actually picked up 2 of my keepers on. I got fish number 5, and I coiled up.
Right.
And I fished it the rest of the day, caught a lot of fish on it, but I didn't upgrade after that.
Excellent win, and Rob's a true champion in every sense of the word. Robbie, tell me a little bit about what you would say to those that are looking to get into kayaking. Tell them what kayaking's meant to you. Kind of break down what you think, where kayak's going. Just kind of hit all those points.
Well, you know what? Kayaking is got a great community. Everybody, I've met some of my closest friends in the kayaking community. And if you're new coming into the sport, find a local Hobie dealer or a local dealer, get a team member, a local team member, have them take you out and show you the ropes. If you guys are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'll be glad to hook up with you and give you some tips and tactics and help you out in any way I can. Alan will do the same thing, and any of the other local Hobie guys will do the same thing as well.
One of the great things I've learned in my short stint in the kayak world is kind of keep it simple. You know, people tend to overthink things, and if you look at Rob's selection here, he kept it pretty simple. He's well versed in the drop shot technique, and he's extremely well versed in the biffle bug on the football jig head. And I think if you can kind of master 1 or 2 types of techniques when you're first starting out, that's the way to go. And also, of course, getting a fine quality kayak like a Hobie, either an Outback or a Revo. The Mirage Drive really sets that apart. Rob, how much did the Mirage Drive come into play on that tournament win?
It came in huge. It was nice and calm in the beginning. I was praying for a lot of wind, so I wouldn't have a lot of people in the area. At one time, I think there was 5 other boats in the area, and they were hitting some of the areas that I was wanting to hit. And then all of a sudden, an east wind picked up. Everybody scattered. I fished the area for the rest of the day, and I had no company. I had about a 2-mile hike back, so the Mirage Drive really helped out.
Well, that's one thing about Hobie. That patented technology with the Mirage Drive really makes your fishing experience easier because you have more time to fish because your hands are free and you're fishing instead of paddling or making a correction. Hey, Rob, I appreciate your time today, man. Again, congratulations on a great win, and we look forward to seeing you out on our fishing show when you and I can get on the water and you can actually show some tactics that we talked about today, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, sir.
Hey guys, you can check us out always on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or you can hit the website at kayakbassadventures.com. So guys, until next time, keep living the dream.